All the pretenders that have been pretending everywhere, pretending that they are followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, followers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everywhere. Today they have all been exposed. They have all been exposed. They have all been exposed. Look at where we are. People, what they are after is fighting against their own. Look at what the Fulani terrorists are doing. Nobody is even talking about the Fulani terrorists anymore. Nobody is reporting about the terrorists. Nobody. No single person is mentioning the terrorists in Nigeria now. Everybody now is focused on Mazi Simon Ekpa. They are all celebrating Mazi Simon Ekpa sentence. So now that Mazi Simon Ekpa have been sentenced by Finland, okay, has the insecurity stopped? Has kidnapping in the southeast stopped? Has it stopped? The insecurity, has it stopped? Can you now go to sleep now and close your eyes? The worst is Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Ohanaeze Ndigbo coming out to congratulate the Nigerian government for kidnapping their own brother. That is the highest of the highest. Even when Shekau was killed, you never see the Northerners come out to celebrate it. Shekau that will know that he took a lot of life, a leader of Boko Haram. When Shekau was killed, there was no celebration. Up to today, you still see the Northerners celebrating the terrorists. They are still backing them up. More especially from changing their name, they tell you that they are bandits. They don't even accept that they are terrorists. They tell you that they are bandits. The next thing they tell you that they are misguided brothers. You can never see them talking ill about their own. But in our own, you will be the one to be in the front line to destroy your own brother. You will be in the front line to celebrate. Go and look at those idiots in their video, that Ikenga, and the other one that called himself Ijele. 3 Igbo sons sit down and they are celebrating their downfall of their own brother. And what has that brother do? He wants to set them free. He wants them to have their own nation. He wants them to be reasonable. He wants them to grow in a space where they can aspire for anything they want in life. That is the only crime he has committed. They prefer a failed state Nigeria. A state that has failed completely. There is nothing to write home about it. Even the activists in Nigeria are tired of it. Today, what they are doing in Nigeria is to make sure they clamp down on everybody, that people cannot talk on social media anymore. The new clamp down now is the one they are now paying. They have started now paying openly. They consult Facebook, they consult Twitter, they consult everybody on social media network to make sure they bring down information that we are. So, and when we complain about this, some of you don't understand the challenges we face online and offline. They will suppress your platform. If they try to take it down, they can't take it down. They will suppress it. They will keep on reporting. They pay money to make sure that your platform is not visible. Today, the case of Sowore is in the open. Let me play the video that Very Dark Man made about that issue, the one that he reported. This is the country that Finland is supporting. Let me play a video coming from the evil entity that Finland is supporting. That's how Finland is suppressing freedom. Suppressing freedom in broad daylight. Finland is in the front stage of suppressing freedom and promoting evil. This is where we have found ourselves. And some people think it is all a joke. It is not a joke. Everybody has to be responsible. Everybody has to take responsibility. If you don't, you are going to face the consequence of your action. This is where we have found ourselves. Let me see if I can find that video. If I can't find that video where that man was reporting about what transpired, how the Nigerian government today is planning to squeeze all of them. To squeeze all of them, finally, squeeze them so that nobody can make any comment anymore. Destroy their platforms.
On this post I'm going to make, I'm going to open my comment section, and this is why, right? I want you guys to tag Facebook, and I want you guys to tag Meta, right? That they should not tag them that free Sowore. You know why I say free Sowore? I'll break it down. So they said DSS have written to Facebook, that they have written to Meta, the owners of Facebook and Instagram, that they should bring down Sowore's Instagram account and social media account. Why? Because they said Sowore defamed them.
You didn't hear that? A government is writing a letter to Facebook and Instagram to bring down account of an activist. You see how far they can go. They are writing to bring down a platform of people. They did it with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They did it with Mazi Nnamdi. And when they were doing it, these people, all of them were quiet and they thought it was fun. When they were doing it against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and they did it against Mazi Nnamdi, they themselves, the very dark man and the show, they saw it as a fun. But today, it is getting to everybody. That's why I tell you that it's just a question of time. Everybody will get his own cup of tea. It will reach everybody. It's just a question of time. Remember when they were doing it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They did it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi was banned from Facebook completely. He could not program on Facebook. He was banned completely. They took down his YouTube channel. And people, nobody's talk about it. It was fun. Today, they are going after their activists in Nigeria. Nigeria will happen to every one of you. It's just a question of time. Listen.
That Sowore defamed the government. Not just that. Last week or so, they say, even Twitter, they don't write to Twitter, say, make Twitter bring Sowore accounts down. Now, let me tell you what a lot of you don't know. These people, they want to clamp down on freedom of expression. They know what more they criticize them on all the bad that they do. What is defamatory when I say Sowore defamed now? If you were doing good, Sowore would not have anything to talk about. Very dark man is existing today is because of the bad you people are doing. Sowore is existing today is because of the atrocities you people are using the government to commit, embezzling our funds. Now, let me bust your head. Do you know that even before this Sowore thing, they don't take down posts? You know that my post when I go Yelwata, Benue State, that's where they buy over 200 persons, where they burn them inside their houses. Do you know that it was brought down? It was brought down on Facebook. It was brought down.
Did you hear that? A post that he made to reveal the atrocities of the terrorists. I remember that Yelwata video where he himself went on the ground to cover what happened. Nigerian government took the post down. They went and paid Facebook, paid other platforms where he posted that in. They took it down. This is the government that Finland is supporting. This is the government that Finland is supporting. A government that is clamping down on innocent citizens, clamping down on freedom of speech. This is a look at the government that Finland is supporting. Somebody took it, something that the media cannot do. Nigerian media can never ever go on the ground to investigate any atrocity. Any attack by the terrorists, they will never. They will just sit in their office and they will write a letter to them, write a note to them on what to say. And they sit back in the office and say, even if it is happening at the back of their station, they will never come out to interview people. Never. You can never see them in the field. This guy, very dark man, went, I remember that very investigation. He went there to report the Yelwata. Yelwata attacked by terrorists. Nigerian government paid to bring all those posts down. It will get to everybody. This is the government that Finland is supporting. Listen.
In our funds. Now, let me bust your head. Do you know that even before this Sowore thing, they don't take down posts? You know that my post when I go Yelwata, Benue State, that's where they buy over 200 persons, where they burn them inside their houses. Do you know that it was brought down? It was brought down on Facebook, it was brought down on Instagram, it was brought down on YouTube. Oh, but as a matter of fact, I find that video online. I know, sir, maybe if you did Twitter somewhere, but they brought it down all over social media. Now, let me tell you what is crazy. I talk to Instagram. Do you understand? I send them a message. As a matter of fact, sometimes I talk to Instagram on the phone, bro. I talked to Instagram on the phone. So there was one day, I was talking to the customer care of Instagram, and I said, I want to make a post, right? And the post is sensitive. What do I do so that this post does not go down? Instagram said, all you have to do is to write a warning. When you write a warning, we can't touch your post. Guess what? I wrote a warning, as you can see on that video of Yelwata. As the video don't get engagement, because the government knows that video will give them bad publicity. Guess what? I believe that they were the one that took it down. Anything where go give this APC regime, APC government, bad publicity. They bring it down. They use their influence.
You see this thing he's saying. That is why some of us that are in this media, when I do the introductions I do, this is why I do those introductions. When I make it clear to YouTube before I start my program that this platform is not to instigate violence. It is not for hate. Because these are the points they present to either Twitter, Facebook, or to YouTube. And they tell them that we are here instigating violence, that we are preaching hate, we are attacking people. And when they send these informations, this will come on your platform, they bring it down. So that is why it is essential. Most of the time when I start my program, you see me, I straighten up the whole thing to let the world know what we are about. Our purpose of being in this platform is not to instigate violence. It is not to preach hate. It is not to attack anybody, not attacking. We make it clear to them so that you wouldn't say you don't know. This act of bringing down platforms, bringing down content, bringing out reports, this is what Nigerian government pay money. There are people that they sponsor. This is their job. Begin to monitor platforms, what is happening and they report it. There was a day I was doing program, on live program. The program was still going on and they brought down the program. I was doing a program and they brought it down here. While the program was on, I was doing the program, they brought it down. There is nothing wrong, I said. It was only a video of the terrorists that appeared on that. That's all. Nothing. It wasn't speaking. Because I was talking about the issue of that terrorism. That video, I have to show it. They brought it down. But we are even lucky that they brought it down and left the platform. If it were before, they will just bring down the whole platform entirely. In some cases, your channel will disappear. You won't see it anymore. In some cases, your channel will disappear. These are the challenges. This is the country that Finland is supporting. This is what Finland is supporting, and Finland will claim that their human rights, their human rights status is high. Finland has now become a terrorist country also, because when you collude the terrorists, you are when you sponsor and promote terrorism, you are a terrorist. That's what you are. That's what you are. This is the country. Look at the story of a country that Finland is supporting. The story of a country upon which Finland looked upon. These are the people that gave Finland the information they are using to prosecute our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man who is trying to stop these atrocities. This was how they brought down his platform on YouTube. They banned him from Facebook. Today he's on Shore. Very dark man is talking. Tomorrow it will be him. Tomorrow it will be him. It's not going to stop there. It will get to everybody. It will get to everybody one after another. And this is what we are fighting for. To stop it once and for all. To have a nation where people can have the freedom of speech. Express yourself freely. If you do anything wrong, you can answer for it. But they wouldn't allow that. Oppression. A country that oppresses its own citizen. That is the country that Finland is supporting. That is the country that gave Finland information upon which they detained their own citizen. A citizen who has served them in the military, served as a consular, been in the country for many years. Yet, because of selfish interest, because of economic interest, they sold him out. How can any country be taking information from Nigeria? I want you to hear this report from Very Dark Man.
They try to clamp down on it. Two things they do. This is their format. It's either they get you to work with them. If you refuse, they try to destroy your character. That's what they do. Do you understand? So they brought down those posts from over... That time when I posted that thing, it was around 50,000 comments. People were just sharing it. This is what is going on in Nigeria. They were not happy. Now, let me tell you again. This is another thing you need to know. So, more than where our voice good day. Our mainstream media, our conventional media.
Listen to this. Listen to this about the conventional media. You know, I speak about this issue of conventional media many times. People are not paying attention. Listen to this report. What the conventional media in Nigeria, just listen.
Media, our conventional media, like the NCAs, AITs, channels, and Arise, they don't do the work that they used to do before. When we say something happened, they'll go to the crime scene. Insecurity, they go to the crime scene. They don't do that no more. Do you understand? They just peddle around some news. The real things that's going on, they don't talk about it. Should I talk about what's going on in Castina? Do you guys even know who Bello Turuji is? Do you guys know who Bello Turji is?
Do you hear what he said? What the conventional media are doing, they can never go to field to investigate any case. They will never. They don't report the atrocities of the terrorists. They will never do it. This guy is mentioning now, Bello Turji. I shared a video of that Bello Turji when he took an armor tank from the military. Up to today, that guy is still walking free. Nobody is reporting about him. Nobody is saying anything about that Bello Turji. Nobody. But you go everywhere now, they're talking about Mazi Ekpa. They're talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody is reporting that Bello Turji and the evil he did. Continue to do up to today. I want you to listen to this report.
A lot of Nigerians don't even know. I talked about Bello Turji the other day. Somebody was looking at me like, nigga, what are you talking about? Bro, that guy hold North hostage. You go now waka go one state. By time people come out. This thing I tell you that happen for Nigeria as we speak. You go carry like 200 people. Go inside bush. Nakran the women. The other time, he sees army tank.
That is it. I cannot be able to share this video. No, they don't want us to be sharing this one. This one, if you share the video now, before you know it, they will take it down. So, this was that Bello Turji. When he took the armor tank of the military. He took military armor tank. When he sees the military armor tank. That's the guy. I can't play the video free. If I play it, you know how they do. They will take it down. So I just skip it up.
What I heard on my research, they get over 30,000 soldiers for inside bush.
That Bello Turji have over 30,000 soldiers in the bush. A terrorist in the north has over 30,000 soldiers in the bush. Foot soldiers that are working with him. Over 30,000 in the bush in the northern part of Nigeria. Do you think they don't know? This is the country that Finland is supporting. This is the country that Finland is promoting. Bello Turji, this one now is not a Biafran now. He's not a Biafran, he's not a Biafran agitator speaking. He's an independent person reporting. Bello Turji, over 30,000 foot soldiers fighting along with him. What do they want? Nothing. Just to terrorize people, take innocent life, collect ransom, and that is it. Have you ever seen military march to go and meet him? This guy collected armored tank from them. The video I just skipped now. I don't want to play that video because when I play it now, maybe they will just bring down the program. If I play the video of that very place that Ekpa is talking about now, they will bring down the program. That's why I just skipped it. Over 30,000 foot soldiers the guy has. A terrorist in the northern part of Nigeria. Nobody said anything about it. The IPC is talking about Mazi Ekpa. Today is Mazi Ekpa. Today is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oh, Biafra agitators. Biafra. The criminals in the southeast, they call themselves governors. Every time they go and bring soldiers to kill innocent people. Every blessed day. Even as we speak, they are in Biafra land, taking innocent life as we speak. They are in Biafra land. They are in Biafra land. Meanwhile, the terrorists are taking over the north. A terrorist group is controlling more than 30,000. I'm not the one saying it. Look at the very dark man. He's an independent reporter. He goes to the field to get information. But yet, this is a country that Finland is supporting. This is the country that Finland listened to their information to go and take an innocent man who is living all the way in their country in Finland. That is Mazi Ekpa. In Finland, causing insecurity in Nigeria. It's been more than 9 months now. Has insecurity in Nigeria stopped? Insecurity in the southeast, has it stopped? The loss of life, kidnapping and everything, has it stopped? Has it stopped? Or has it indeed celebrating? Those who call themselves Biafra agitators are celebrating. And Finland is colluding with them. Finland has the gut to pronounce a sentence on an innocent man who is fighting for self-determination in a failed state that doesn't have control, a country that has failed. And Mazi Ekpa wants to save his own people. He doesn't want the ship to collapse with his people. That is the only crime he has committed. That's the only crime. And Finland, with all this information available, Finland closed their eyes and went and took Mazi Ekpa.
Bro, Bello Turji is just same year, 9 they bomb me and him, 1994. But bro, they don't report all of this. They don't push it out there. They push some irrelevant nonsense online. for everybody to see. Things they go on for this country where a lot of people don't know. And this is why I try as much as possible to go to the crime scene. So that I feel like, say, bro, Nigeria don't cast.
Did you hear it? Nigeria don't cast. He said that is why he himself take the pain of going to the front line to get information and give to Nigerians. In his own word, Nigeria don't cast. It's a failed state. This is a country that Finland is supporting. This is a country that is giving Finland information that they base their judgment upon to take away a man that is trying to defend his own land against the terrorists. A man that is trying to give leadership to his people in a failed state where there is no leadership, where everything goes. Where some group of cabals are taking everything to themselves. That is the only crime Mazi would have committed. That he said enough is enough. That he cannot fold his hand and continue to watch his people being destroyed. That is the crime he has committed. What else? What else has he done? What else? And Finland stood on that because of economic interests. Because of economic interests, they sold their soul. They forgot about humanity. Humanity no longer matters. When it comes to an African, when it comes to a Biafran, humanity not matters anymore. Nobody cares about humanity. I bet you what is happening in Nigeria, more especially in Biafra land, if it happens in any other clan in the West, the whole world will be outraged. There will be outrage in the whole world. The genocide of Biafra is not recognized as genocide. They don't even talk about it. It's not recorded anywhere. They don't call it genocide. But this is something, an evil that was perpetrated against a people. Millions of children lost their staff to death. Millions of children. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody cares. They don't even want us to remember it at all. They just want us to forget about it. Even when we decide to remember it within ourselves, they don't want us to remember it. That is how bad it is. This is what Finland is supporting today. Finland is in the forefront of making sure that the genocide against Biafrans is not remembered. That the history of Biafra is wiped away completely. Finland is now in the forefront of sponsoring the atrocities against the Biafrans. This is how bad it is. It cannot guess what worse than this. This is the country. This is the story of the country that Finland is supporting. This is the story of the country that Finland is supporting.
And instead of these people to look for solution, they would rather look for a way to do damage control. We are fucked. We are actually in a mess right now. But a lot of you don't know it. So what they are trying to do with Showore now is, boom, Showore. It's not even about Showore. That's the craziest part. It's not about Showore. It's not about Showore. It's not. It's not about Showore. It's about the media. They want to control it. They don't want to talk negative about them. But at the same time,
of course, it's about the media. When they were doing it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every one of you kept quiet. You didn't know it would affect you. They started with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was dealt with on social. They removed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Facebook. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not broadcast on Facebook. They took him out. He went to Instagram. They chased him there. They squeezed his broadcast. Until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left them and came to Twitter. The same thing is what they did to Mazi Ekpa. They removed Mazi Ekpa completely from Facebook. He can't. Mazi cannot access Facebook. He cannot. They took away his platform on YouTube, sponsored by Nigerian government. You know, when we were saying it then, they thought it was a joke. Today, it is happening to Showore. It is happening to Showore, and they are now seeing it. You see, Very Dark Man reporting it. But when they were doing it to our people, our activists, you think it is about us. Injustice against one is injustice against all. It is just a question of time. It will get your own doorstep. When you see an injustice against one person and you keep quiet, today, just like we are celebrating, they jailed Mazi Ekpa, they gave him 6 years. It is just a question of time. As long as you are a Biafran, you are one step to that very sentence. So long you are a Biafran, and you see this injustice, you keep quiet, you are one step to face the same sentence. You are one step to face that sentence. That is how bad it is. That is the only truth I saw in that video that was made by that idiot Ikenga with the other one. That video they made, the only single truth he said there was that what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing is exactly what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. And he was calling on, with his wickedness, he was calling on Nigerian government to borrow leave from what Finland have just done. That Finland had just given them a template. That is what Ikenga was saying. That Finland has just provided is a plain platform. That any idiot that is talking about Mazi Simon Ekpa and not talking about Mazi, with his wicked mind, because he knows what he's doing. He came out openly to show us who he is. Not like those who are pretending. Ikenga Uruagu just come out and spoke the mind of these DOS members. And you think they don't know what they're doing. Every one of them representing DOS, go and check their platform. Do they attack Ikenga? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of IPOB. The same IPOB that they say created their DOS. They say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a part of DOS, their leader. But somebody is castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling him different kinds of names, calling for his head. They never attack that very person. They never open their mouth and speak. They never spoke. Instead, they will tell you, oh, he's no longer a member of IPOB. He's not okay, he's no longer a member. But why are you attacking Mazi Simon Ekpa? Why Mazi Simon Ekpa have already moved away from a long time and told you that where we are now in the government, when Mazi Simon was here, he was the government in exile. And Mazi Simon de-associated himself with anything that has to do with this IPOB Nigeria. That's what they call them, IPOB Nigeria. He is not part of it. But why are you attacking him? But today, you saw somebody you groomed, somebody you improved in, attacking your own leader, but none of you said anything about it. None of you respond to him. What Ikenga said in that very video is the mindset of every member of the DOS. It's their mindset. When you see them attacking Mazi Simon, you think they don't know what they're doing. You think they don't. You think that Karo White lawyer doesn't know what he's doing. When you see Ifeanyi Ejiofor celebrating the sentence on Mazi Simon Ekpa, when you think he doesn't know what he's doing. You think Ifeanyi Ejiofor does not know that is a precedent for Nigerian to look upon and jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You think he doesn't know? Oh, you think so? I say anybody that is in this struggle at this stage, you don't know who is, where who or she is. I pity you. You will never learn. More especially after the sentence of our Prime Minister, everything is open. Whichever group you say you belong, go, whether you belong to government this or government that, whichever group you belong, we have seen all your anus. There is nothing you can hide anymore. Any place you like, hide. For me, I know you. I might not call your name. I might not speak about you. I might not mention you. But I know where my heart is. And I know what I know. Until that time comes. I know that the time is coming very, very soon when we will give account of our still worship. Mazi Simon Ekpa will never serve that sentence. Never. Never. Already, Mazi Simon Ekpa have appealed already. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, have already sent an appeal. He has already sent an appeal. So there is no way Mazi Simon Ekpa can serve that sentence. It's impossible. It's impossible. Chukwu Okike Abiama will not allow it. I thank Chukwu Okike Abiama that he has already put in for appeal. And I knew he would do that. That was why the day we were discussing about that appeal. And people were suggesting that maybe you don't go for appeal, so that maybe when you go for appeal, they will extend. I said, no. That's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. No matter what no matter what the consequence may be, we have to go. And I thank Chukwu Okike that Mazi Simon Ekpa have already gone for appeal. He have already signed it for appeal. And there is no way he will serve that sentence. It is not possible. They can only delay us, but they can never deny us. They can only delay us. Let them continue their delay. But denying us our freedom, impossible. It is impossible. They can't deny us our freedom. We must have our freedom when the time comes. So wherever you are, continue to stand strong and stand firm. Don't shake. It doesn't matter the wave. It doesn't matter the propaganda. It does not matter the blackmail. Stand your ground. Do that one which is your part to do and leave the rest for Chukwu Gabiam.
You don't want to work. May God help us. Where Nigeria they go now, may God help us. But yeah, the youth, you need to be active. You need to really be active. The country is going somewhere that I don't like. Again, see, these people, they know what they are doing. All this one, 2027, they come. They don't want a situation where we say, okay, yes, some people can't use their influence for social media to spoil their votes or communicate to cause any problem. Because they know that 2027 will be messed up. Messed up in what sense? It will not be really fair for telling.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Now you are now dragging it back to election. It is not just about the election. The enslavement of the masses does not stop with election. The enslavement of Nigerians does not stop with election. It continues. This is a continuous process. For somebody to begin to attach this sensitization or this clamping down of media to just the election, no. Election is part of it, but don't just limit it to that. It didn't start today. Only that you people don't pay attention until when it chokes you or when it affects you. It started with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They did it. You thought it's Biafran people. They did it to Biafran people. And they did it, they succeeded. They did it to Mazi Nnamdi. And they are doing this all, most of us here on our programs. You see, they try to cage us that our program cannot go far. We cannot go. Those of us that are speaking about the issue of that affects Nigeria, they will make you go far. They will push you and make you look very, very small. They will try as much as possible to hinder you. But today they are coming after you people. You think it's not just about the election. It is not. Injustice against one is injustice against all. When you see something, you speak up. You speak up.
Ourselves the truth. So they need to clamp down on the media. They don't do one cyber crime act bill recently, where they say, if somebody's talking to you on the phone, if you record it, if you're this one, if you're 2 years jail time, 2 years jail time, boom, all these things now to cover. This is the elites working. These are the rich men working. This is the politicians working. They want to cover their tracks on everything. Corruption is everywhere. Put you show or talk. Say una be thieves. Did he lie? Coastal Highway. Collected money for Coastal Highway. Where's it? The Benin Delta Road. Where's it? You stop subsidy, say you want to use the money to develop the country. Where's the development? That you stop borrowing money, but you still borrowing. Shall you see? These people, they just want to control. They just want to be in control. We are in a mess. But of course, when I don't go understand, but we are in a mess. Anyways, peace and love, don't play. If you play, you go and learn, and you will learn the hard way.
Including you, very dark man, you won't understand because you think you can make these things work from Nigeria, which is impossible. It's a truth that most of you fail to accept. You are getting it wrong. This is a country that Finland is supporting. That is one thing I want to show the world. The country that Finland is supporting. The person that is speaking here is not a Biafran. Maybe you say he's a supporter of Mazi Nnamdi, but that is why he's speaking the way he's speaking. Look at him. Exposing the atrocities of Nigeria, how they get involved in the insecurity in Nigeria, how they terrorize their people, how they manipulate, how they oppress and suppress their people, how they clamp down on people's voice. How can any sensible country in this world support this kind of government? But Finland is supporting an atrocious government like Nigeria. An evil government, a terrorist government that have been confirmed by another country. Canada has confirmed it. Canadian High Court confirmed it that Nigeria is a terrorist country. They confirmed it. When a court say that the ruling parties in Nigeria are terrorist organization. When a terrorist organization is controlling a country, what does that mean? What does that mean to you? When a terrorist organization is in charge of a country, what does that mean to you? But you know what? With all this information available, Finland is still on bed with Nigeria, getting information, following the directive because of economic interest. With this information, some idiots are still in that same zoological republic, believing on the election that will be conducted for them by a terrorist organization. Something like this, very dark man. He's still believing on the election that is going to be conducted by a terrorist organization. A terrorist organization. I didn't say it. It is not members of IPOB that said it. It is not an Igbo man that said it. A white man in Canada, a Canadian High Court judge, said that Nigerian ruling parties are terrorist organizations. And here you are, expecting that terrorist organization will conduct an election that will run a country and make that country safe. Madness. Madness of the highest order. You see the country that Finland is supporting? You see how Finland is stopping freedom. You see the role Finland is playing in stopping the freedom of the people, freedom of the masses, freedom of the innocent. You see the role Finland is playing, giving them a precedence to look upon and jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, another freedom fighter. You see the role Finland is playing, giving them a template on how to treat Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, giving them a template against another freedom fighter in Nigeria. Now you see it clearly, the role Finland is playing in stopping the freedom of the innocent. But I bet you, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how they delay us. Finland will never stop the freedom of the people. They will never, ever stop our freedom. The more they try to stop our freedom, the more Chukwu Okike will deny them their own peace. This peace they think they enjoy. The more they continue to meddle into the case of Biafra, the more they expose themselves into the danger they cannot come out from. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has made that prayer a long time. That any country that does not stop meddling with the affairs of Biafra will find himself destroyed and disorganized, and they will never recover until Biafra regains independence. It is so sad where we have found ourselves. It is so sad what we have gone through and still going through up to today. I pray that Chukwu Okike will see us through and give us the strength to focus on the things that matters and not on all the irrelevant issues that are flying right, left, and center. Yeah, welcome, my brother Greg. Thank you so much for joining, bro Greg. My brother Greg, if you're there, go ahead and speak to us.
Yes, Mazi. Good morning.
Yeah, welcome, my brother.
Good morning, Biafrans and the friends of Biafra all over the world. I thank you one more time this morning for the opportunity you are giving to me through your platform again to greet the Biafrans and pray for our leaders who are suffering for us all over the world. Pray that God will strengthen them, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He will strengthen them every day. They will be alive. They will be healthy. They will overcome all the plans of the enemies. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, that heaven will judge and heaven will defeat our enemies.
You see?
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his people. He's fighting for the right. He's fighting for the poor. He's speaking for those who cannot speak for themselves. And that is what Simon Ekpa Njoko, the Prime Minister, has been doing. Speaking for the righteous, speaking for the poor, and those who nobody can speak for. And since they start for justice, the God of justice will fight their battle.
You see?
That is our prayer this morning. Yeah, Mazi, I thank you so much, and I've been watching since you started from the speech of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the speech of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, and all that have been going on in the evil land called Nigeria, and all the evil support from Finland. You know, one thing that is making me sometimes I wonder is not the beating of a foreigner, a stranger. If a stranger hit me or quarrel with me, even just as I'm living here in a foreign land, sometimes when it happens, when I look at them, I will use the word that Christ said. He said, "You wouldn't have right over me if it were not given to you." So they wouldn't have right over me or treat me anyhow if the country I came from did not give them the power to useless me, to treat me like nobody, for me to accept the things that I'm not supposed to accept. So what it hurts me is not just those people or those strangers that, or those foreigners that treat me. What is hurting me much is the one that my own person is doing to me. Because Nandi Igbo si na ọsọ chụwa nwata ya agbaga be nne ma ọgbaga be nna ya.
Oh, yeah.
And if you are going with your little child, when a very gigantic truck, trailer, a caterpillar is coming, he will run to his father or his mother too, not knowing that even that trailer and that caterpillar is more bigger than the father and the mother. So when you run to your people, when they're pursuing you, you run to your house, your community, your kingsmen, and they push you away, push you to the enemy. It's a kind of